Hey everyone, welcome back to the Archangel 15. I want to do a presentation dedicated to a conspiracy theory involving the late great Senator John Heinz. The Heinz family is essentially like Pennsylvania royalty. They trace their claim to fame back to one of the patriarchs, Henry Heinz. Senator Heinz' name, I believe, is actually Henry John Heinz, for the record. This Henry Heinz would go on to found the Heinz Ketchup Company, established 1869, 57 varieties, as we all know it. Very few things, if any, more Americana than the Heinz Ketchup Company. Like I said, like right up there with Coca-Cola and McDonald's. And McDonald's wouldn't be McDonald's without both those companies, probably. He was sort of a middle-of-the-road Republican, a very polarizing figure. He had billions of dollars to his name, and he had his own money. And in my opinion, definitely was considering or wanted to pursue a presidential nomination. And he would have probably won. And you ask yourself, right around that time, 1991, who else was like on the scene then? Bushwhacker, Limp Dick Bush family, CIA thug himself. And as I'm writing this presentation to prepare, my pen ran out, and I went and grabbed this one, and it says it takes a team to help children. Like I said, there's a very important reason. This definitely ties into a matrix, like of sorts. And I almost guarantee this. I started doing alchemy, and I'm going to tell you what I think happened with his death. And I don't think it was accidental. Like, just to clarify, he died in a plane crash, 1991, right on the property of Lower Merion Elementary School. Right on the property, like right on the premises. He supposedly hit a helicopter, but if you go look on all of you can search the crash photos and they come up. And to my knowledge, you don't see a helicopter. I think it either landed or like some other bullshit that flew away. It wasn't messed up or something. I don't know. Or he did it on purpose. But like I said, he was well loved, among a lot of people, and I really believe he was involved with Ted Gunderson. Like I said, the former. If you don't know Ted Gunderson, please search his presentations and you should download them, because like I said, they're going to go away. Like he inspired me so much. He was former head of the FBI field office in Los Angeles, and he had like thousands and thousands of agents under him. And like I said, he had innumerable other accolades. He did he was like the security chief of the Pan American Games, all kinds of other stuff. Knew all kinds of influential people. Amazing man to hear his presentations. They really captivate you. And Ted Gunderson, along with other people like Senator John DeCamp, and like I said, I truly believe John Heinz and other senators, other influential people, had FBI level reports from the FBI. Like this guy, like I said, knew what he was doing. He was professional. And like I said, it wasn't just like me coming like calling the FBI or something like that. He was with the FBI for years, and he would go to the Department of Justice, and he would, like I said, basically take the smoking gun and everything, all like the information he'd go cheat, like everything tied together. Like the who, what, when, where, why, how, everything. And they would shoot it down every single fucking time under national security. And I mean, okay, let's just stop here, like right off the bat. We can understand, okay, you're preparing for United States, you're preparing for the nuclear warfare with China, with Russia. What are you going to do underground in 20, 30, 40 years? You want to fuck a whole bunch of little cute girls. You know what I mean? Basically what it boils down to. Like pedophilia rings, other things. And, like the truth is, okay, so like this area in Lower Merion Elementary School where this happened, like this whole area is a very, very affluent old money area. Like you have like Villanova, Ardmore, Radnor, Wayne. Like I said, there's like some big money universities there. My family on the Vogel side, my father's side has roots to there, like Wallingford, another area. Swarthmore College is there. Haverford College is there. Villanova College is there. Rosemont College. And Bryn Mawr College, and like all these other, like I said, schools. Then you go a little bit further, you have like University of Pennsylvania, Ivy League school, Temple University, very decent school, and Drexel, a whole bunch of schools, like right there. And like I said, the elites have already been into this child pedophilia stuff for years and years and years. Like I said, it's nothing new. And like I said, I believe that like they try to keep it on the down low for various reasons. Maybe people didn't want their wives to find out, because it would have been like some 8mm level stuff. The wives would have like said, no, we can't have this. This is unethical. This is not good. And then it was like a little limp dick 33 boy Mason crew thing. And like I said, this goes on in every country. This isn't just exclusive here to America. But like I said, we're supposed to be better than that. We're supposed to stand up for what's right. It's in our Constitution. We're supposed to overthrow tyranny and oppression. And like I said, when we see something wrong, we're supposed to say something. We're supposed to do something about it if we're in a position of power. Watch my presentation on what is justice. And then like it ties right into this. Look, I define justice. And like it fits this perfectly, what he did. I believe, like I said, he was a noble man. He was like a hero. He was like a kamikaze pot. Like I said, he wasn't messing around. He was willing to give his life. And so, like I said, this place where this happened, like I said, this is right around where Kobe Bryant was from as well. Ironic, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. But like right at this area, I believe, like specifically at this location, at this Lower Marion Elementary School, he knew that something was going on. And like so like afterwards, my alchemy came up a couple things. The one I'm going to get to in a little bit here, but the other one I'm going to tell you now. Basically, it was like a showroom of genetics for like wealthy, well-to-do men could go in and basically like pick like a candy store, or like girls in a candy machine type shit, like the Asking Alexandria Death of Me music video if you've never seen it. And he, like I said, was a stand-up guy. He was probably a family man, and like I said, he like probably they tried to bring him into this. And he like had reservations about it. He almost probably thought it was like a test, or he just said, listen, like, this is not me. And because he wouldn't, like, they probably wouldn't let him go further. I believe Reagan was a closet pedophile. He knew about all this stuff. He let it go. Reagan sold America under the bus. He really wasn't a good man, to be really honest with you. But like I said, the whole thing, I think, like I said, this guy was like, he had billions of dollars to his name. He had a credible family lineage. He had a respectable pedigree as a United States, a long-term United States senator. Like I said, he would have probably smoked Bush. And like I said, they probably weren't going to let him do anything. And this was probably coming into it. And like I said, Bush was probably with the CIA, Italian greaseball, guinea nigger thugs were probably selling little kids underground, highest bidder type shit. They peddled them all over the world. My family was involved. Stolen genetics from me. They were killing, they'll kill off all the Slavic men. They'll steal our girls, and then they'll put their either Germanic name on it, their Anglo name on it, or their Fagolini Italian name on it. And after I got done this, okay, so here's my two theories. Okay, theory one, he went kamikaze. He just said, listen, like screw this, I'm gonna like just go crash into the place. And or number two, like basically like suicide almost. Number two, he intentionally crashed into the place, like trying to get out, and he wanted to make a press conference. Probably because he tried to make press conferences other places, and they wouldn't let him do it. And he probably wanted the fire company to come and help, and maybe police, and he thought that these stand-up people would stand up for what is right. My sister asked me something unrelated, and she asked me, like, if you have this alchemy ability, she said, who's going to win some hockey game or something like that. I told her, I said, I have too much respect for this to use it for that. I said, I'll give you the book and tell you how to do it. Explained to her. So the first word she came to was strangulation. And I believe that they strangled him. Then next to it, street hockey. It was like right, not far from it. Street hockey, like on the same page or the other page. And she's like, this is ironic. And I believe it was for a reason. The first time she's ever helped me with anything like that. But like I said, I do my own thing. I've perfected my own alchemy abilities. I trust them almost 100%, especially for stuff like this. I was in my garden the other day, planting tomatoes a couple days ago. And I had 30, 40 plants I'm putting in the garden. And the third one I go to plant, the sun arcs up. Like something was talking to me, and like kind of gets into like magic and theory of practice and other things. And but like I said, I believe, and after that, genetics, choose, showroom came up. And I believe, like I said, that like I talked about this other guy, Jeff D'Ambrosio, basically doing the same thing in Downingtown, this other greaseball thug. And the whole crash site, like I said, is shady. If you look it up, it's like I said, it's really, really shady. Like I haven't seen the helicopter. His plane hit a helicopter, but I just don't believe it. He was married to Teresa. She's now Teresa Heinz Carey, and his loving wife. They look like they were madly, happily in love together. She's a real polarizing figure, a real humanitarian from what I've gathered. Like I said, they had several children together. She would go on to marry John Kerry. John Kerry, former presidential candidate. In retrospect, I really most believe John Kerry would have been a pretty decent candidate, to be honest with you. I can tell you that the state of Massachusetts stinks really, really bad. And like there's a lot of like mutual funds that operate out of there. Like same thing like Vanguard, Olympic Vanguard Corporation. And like they would never let anybody get up in the front of a microphone that didn't at least have their hands a little bit dirty. But they do have the true true Democrats from there, like also the Kennedys. Like I said, they have a kind of a legendary status, just like Pennsylvania. It's like kind of in our Pennsylvania blood, like these Heinz family, to be like just like revolutionaries. Like I said, it goes back to like 1776, like a divine energy that we channel here. And anyways, tomorrow I'm going to go to the main line and actually do a little bit of investigating on this. So I may do a follow-up video with this as well. Like I may try to talk to some older people. I wish I would have known about this before all the trips that I was down there, because I would have probably had some luck talking to people. And I'm going to try to go to the crash site. Maybe I'll be able to do some cloud formations, almost like he's speaking to me. And like I said, I almost would guarantee that will happen. And anyhow, I will say this, that everyone there is probably a cohort of this type of this pedophilia stuff that's going on. And like, if you weren't part of it, they would have either killed you off, taken your money, or ran you out of town a long time before that. And like I said, I'm going to try to find an older woman or like a police officer or something like that. But like, I can tell you, like I know for certain this is like this stuff goes on there all the time. Like that when I'm there, you can see like little girls, like these little Ukrainian Russian looking girls, driving in the back seats of cars. Why do they have them in the back seats of cars? Probably with the child locks on too. And like I said, you'll still go there and you'll see some greaseball looking bald Italian pedophile Catholic looking guy, like Villanova area, and then like his wife, some ugly Italian bitch, and like they said, like when they're like 17, they look like they're 40. And like I said, basically they'll be walking down the street with like some little Ukrainian looking girls. And like I said, it's really bad. Okay, so not only did they do this to him, another person that I believe that they killed off was Elvis Presley. If they did like Elvis Presley was a lightning rod. He was a God-fearing, humble Christian warrior. He is, like I said, he was not an idiot. And like I said, he was loved all over. Like I said, everybody loved Elvis. He would have polled somewhere like 77% probably, Elvis Presley. He would have won the presidency, almost guaranteed. He had his own money, and he had a following. And like I said, he was used to being in front of a stage, and he was very charismatic. John Heinz, like I said, he probably would have outpulled Bush, guaranteed it. I know the Bushes had something to do with this. They were probably trying to drive this guy to suicide already. Like I said, literally, I've seen what they've done to other people, good people. Another one that they I believe is shady is William Rehnquist. I have it, like I said, in my presentation right before the one I did on like a tribute to William Rehnquist, where I actually go to Arlington National Cemetery and go to his grave site. And like, if you go to the Arlington National Cemetery and look at the grave sites, all like William Rehnquist is like away from all the other justices. It's like they extradited or like excommunicated him or something like that. Real weird. And I can guarantee you that Mr. Senator Heinz probably had close connections to Old Man Biden. You know, Old Man Biden's been a senator. It was a senator since what, like the late 60s, 70s, something like that, forever and a day. Father Time. And there's other shady stuff that goes on there. Danny Bonaducci lived really close to this area. We're like the Partridge family. From the Partridge family fame. His mom was like deep into she was like a producer or something like that, or had something to do with Hollywood or like production of TV shows. Right, screams CIA, like early CIA screams, and they were like other things, other shady stuff going on there as well, probably drugs and you name it, everything. These rich people are into it all, and like I said, they don't want you to know this, but like I said, like Stanley Kubrick got killed right after making the movie Eyes Wide Shut. I believe he wanted to blow the whistle on this as well. And I believe, like, when you watch that movie, Eyes Wide Shut, you can almost tell that there's, like, parts missing or something shady about it. And he moved out of the United States. He was a fellow Russian Jew, I believe. And like I said, today there's Tinicum Swamp that bears the name of the late, great Senator John Heinz. It's, I think, near Ridley Township. From what I've heard, there's quite a few bodies dumped in there. Old friend of mine, I'm not really friends with anymore. Said his aunt was like found it in there or something like that. Like, it sounds like a mafia hit piece. Hopefully somebody will throw some of my family members in there before long. But anyhow, folks, take care. As always, thanks for stopping in on the Archangel 15. I'm going to bring you more about this as I find out other information. Please feel free to do your own investigative stuff. Like I said, I've learned to come and trust my alchemy. Like I said, I have my own services. If you really needed to know something, you can contact me, and I can tell you pretty much anything under the sun within realistic limitations of, like, there's certain things that I just won't touch, like that it's not worthy for, like who's going to win the game or something like that. But thanks. Take care. Rest in peace, Senator Heinz.